Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sprites of Life podcast. I'm Lucas.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Don.
Happy to have all the boys back together again. I probably jinxed it by saying that, but I don't care. How y'all been?
It'll last for a week. We've been good. Well, I can't speak for
Yeah.
Don. I've been good.
Other than a couple less good things here and there, I've been all right.
I've been kind of going over I don't know, with all the Pokemon ZA stuff, it's been nice to kind of see some good come out of a lot of the reviews, but I know that not everyone has been enjoying it as much. But I really do love I don't know. What did you guys? We'll get to it in the gaming news. We'll get to it in the gaming. With Pokemon ZA and all these games coming out, how far have you guys been getting into it?
I think I'm like rank B in the campaign now, so not quite there. Haven't done much of the online. I'm excited in the competitive one. I'm excited to have Megas back. I like Megas a lot. I'm looking forward to getting the online mode. It seems fun. I also am on the VGC circuit. We're back into Regulation F, which means I get to use Articuno again. So I'm also excited about that.
Sweet, Chris. How far did you get in?
I not any further than last time, so still hunting those megas.
Gotcha. So, because of how Pokemon games work, what I'm about to tell you is not exactly a spoiler. Towards the end of the game, you're dealing with a horrifying cataclysm, and only you, a child, and his child's friends can solve the problem. That seems pretty standard for Pokemon,
Par for the
correct?
course, yeah.
Yeah. So that got me thinking, what would happen if you didn't get off that stop? Like, what would happen to Pokemon in general if these 10-year-old kids did not show up and then these things happen? Which one of these Pokemon would have killed all of humanity off? Which ones would have actually destroyed the world?
I
Because
mean, all but like anything past like Gen 3 and before Galar.
Well, I
you
mean,
see, that's like
I would say Reshiram and Zekrom were kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Which there are certain Pokemon that just their mere existence in our plane of reality just kills everything. But sometimes they're different flavors of disaster, and I kind of wanted to talk about that a bit, especially with there are specific ones that have weird dex entries, and it's like your existence contradicts everything, and we all die. But I'm looking forward to talking about it. But first we got our science news. When gulls show up and try taking your French fries on the beach, what are your feelings?
I get mad. They don't deserve my fries.
How do you make
I
them
mean,
go
they
away?
can fly and you can't. So have you considered that that is pretty impressive? And maybe they do.
Don brings up an interesting point. Chris, can you fly?
I cannot fly.
Well, then they've earned them. Okay.
I know they live a lot longer than people think they typically live.
Yeah, I was just looking into it because there was a study in England that answered the age-old question, how do you get gulls to stop eating your crisps on the beach? This university
Throw hands.
No, that's the thing. They don't want you hurting the birds for conservation
Also,
reasons.
those are that's a not because that's not very effective. Okay, the
Okay.
throwing of the hands at the birds not very effective. You need to throw rocks at the birds or lightning. I guess also would be good.
Apparently, according to science, all you have to do is yell at them. That's it.
I'm glad we have an official study to
Ancient knowledge
this.
right there.
Yeah, again, that's what I said. It's like, do we really need this study? So these university people got a couple of speakers, and whenever the birds got close to the food, or they just tried chasing them off with these speakers out, one noise was a guy screaming at them, another was a calming voice, and the other was just like a robin. Yeah, they didn't care about the robin. They did not give a crap.
I mean, they'll kill and eat them, so I would imagine they don't care.
It turns out yelling at them is more effective. The reason they put out this study was to get people to stop throwing hands and rocks at them. Because for conservation purposes, they want to keep them alive.
Okay.
Yeah, although I did look up the European herring gull, which is what this test was done on, and they're a least concerned species, so I'm sure there's
the white one
other...
with the black head that sounds like a screaming, laughing child.
No, that's a different one. I don't know. I guess that'd be interesting to test different gulls and different. See, now the next step in how hard will the gulls fight for different brands of fries. Like if these are like just, you know, deep fried out of a bag like normal French fries from the grocery store, maybe they won't fight as hard. But if they're like those Checkers fries with the good seasoning, I don't know. So yeah, maybe it's the quality of fries. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just need to up those up.
Or make them worse. Maybe there's a seasoning they don't like.
Yeah, make worse fries. That's what society's answer is.
I don't know.
Uh, so Burger King fries then maybe.
Harsh.
Anyway,
Although,
I,
what happened to Burger King?
I don't know. Ever since it, look, there's entire podcasts that discuss the downfall of Burger King. We can look those up afterwards.
They were
I
like
went to one times and they went out of meat.
they were out of meat.
That's
If you
At
want
all.
to, if you want to know like my family's history with Burger King, are you familiar with the cinematic classic Toy Soldiers, Small Soldiers?
Yeah.
yes.
Well, yes. Okay. Yes. Archer, leader of the Gorgonites, and all that. Yeah, I'm aware.
So when Small Soldiers was running, there was a promotion that Burger King did for the Rodeo Burger. And my dad was obsessed with it. It was your normal like Burger King burger, but it had onion rings and barbecue sauce on it.
Ooh, I feel like they've used this as a unique burger several times. I remember a different version of this identical burger and getting it
It
later in life.
it slaps. But
It's
it
yeah,
was
it
it was
is
yeah,
excellent. So
You just described good things.
it was a movie promotion. So when the movie was done, burger went away. My dad was livid and wrote Burger King numerous letters being like, you need to bring this burger back. And was so dedicated to the rodeo burger that for about 9 years, he would order a Whopper or whatever his burger of choice was and would get a side of onion rings and barbecue sauce to build his own rodeo burgers.
Father's commitment is admirable.
Down bad for the rodeo burger. And you know what? I don't blame him. It was a great
I
burger.
respect it.
And I respect the hustle. I love replacing vegetables with deep fried vegetables. That's the game. All right.
But also, if you haven't seen Small Soldiers, go watch Small Soldiers. It's a great movie.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Oh god. All right. So Pokemon, I mean, we're recording this on a Tuesday night, so tomorrow they're going to be dropping more Pokemon news, and we'll get to that at some other time. But we got the
Moslax?
well, we got new
I like
megas.
Smeargle or whatever his name is.
Oh god, we have completely forgot about it. Like we not only have the new megas announced for ZA, but then we also have the new forms for like the new Pokemon Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, so which you want to talk about first? Pocopia's weird little freaks or like the megas?
Do the weird freaks.
Do you think any
Real quick, we'll do the couple weird freaks. We'll do Moslax and we'll do the Smeargler.
Do you think they'll actually leave the game? Like, do you think they will be turned into Pokemon that can be fighting, or is this a Dark Lugia situation?
That's a good question.
I feel as though it's going to be Dark Lugia.
Someone already made the joke I was thinking when I saw the new Pikachu form, and it was as dark as you would expect it to be.
Yeah, the kind of ghostly one.
Let's just say there was a different evolution stone involved than just a Thunderstone. We'll leave it at that. Moss Snorlax. I thought that's cool.
Moslax.
I did think
Mosslax, yeah. The fact that Tangle Growth, I don't know, he's got little glasses.
Professor Tangrowth.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this game is $70 is throwing me off. I understand why they're doing it. I don't like it, but shout out to Smeargler. Is that what they're calling him?
yeah, it's even more Smeargle. Like yeah, I didn't think it was possible to have more Smeargle, and yet we do. I like that we're
Okay.
continuing with the level of yeah, oh yes, the Sneasler. We have yet another Sneasler. Like is a Smeargler one who Smeargles, or is it a title of sorts?
Okay, I love this picture of him because I didn't realize it until I looked at it that he does have a tiny, pathetic, artistic French mustache.
Yes, he does.
Oh my
Multicolored. It
god.
matches his tail.
Good lord. Smearguru is yeah, it's great. I love him.
Is it Smear Guru or Smeargler?
It's Smearguru. But it's funnier the way we said it.
Okay, Smeargler. I like
I would rather
Smeargler better.
he's more Smeargle, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is he more Smeargle, or is he one who Smeargles?
That's why they're charging $70 for this, Dawn. We got to have that big think, that climactic ending to answer such questions. That's worth $70. I honestly don't know how this game will sell because Animal Crossing already exists on the same console, but we will see. Yeah, we got new megas. Baxcalibur got stabbed.
I like it. So there's a theory going around. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would love it. There's a theory that Mega Chestnut is gonna get Dauntless Shield, which was like already kind of being thrown around, and I like that idea, even though it probably won't happen because it's Zama's signature ability. But then, like right after that, we got Mega Baxcalibur, and I was like, that would be the perfect Intrepid sword guy.
It would. Okay, if they
He's
gave
literally Excalibur.
Yeah, if they gave Chestnut that ability, like it's you better have a ghost type on your team, or that body press is coming for you, and you're not getting away. Chimecho, huh?
I love it. I'm a huge Chimecho fan. I'm could not be more excited about Mega Chimecho.
Psychic Steel, good combo. Hope they gave it. It keeps.
Is it Psychic
Hope it
Steel?
keeps
Do we have
levitate.
that?
We already have Psychic Steel. We
No, I
have
know. I mean,
Metagross.
we have that. That's confirmed.
I thought it was confirmed already. I thought he was confirmed Psychic Steel.
I could
Hang
be
on,
wrong. I could just be out of loop.
Let me making sure I'm not speaking off of my butt. See, this is why I love Cerebi. It just gives me everything I need. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, he's not on the list yet. Oh. I thought I read somewhere that it was going to be hang on, let me just try one more time. And we can edit this out so it actually sounds like I'm not just googling it off my butt. All right, Mega Chimecho. Yes, it's right here. It's on Bulbapedia. Mega Chimecho is Psychic Steel.
All
Okay,
right, that's
so it's
awesome. I'm
official.
excited for that.
It'll be a much cheaper Jirachi.
Yes.
Or yeah, I guess. Well, yeah. I was about to say Metagross, but I guess he's more of a Jirachi.
Yeah, no, he's just smiling. He's happy to be there. This thing's move pool is like support moves, right? That's basically what it's built for.
Chimecho actually has. Give me one moment. I can pull it up for you.
Yeah,
I'm a big
I've got a
Chimecho
few of
fan.
them.
Did you know it got a stat buff a couple generations ago? Actually,
Why? But they're
'cause
clamoring to use it.
well, one, it's cartoonishly rare in its base game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I also
Well, this-
learned that it is in fact called Chimecho and not Chimecho.
I used to call it Chimecho.
Nice.
Yeah, so Chimecho now. Okay, so we got a nice little BST boost. I mean, by nice, it's Chimecho. So you know, but he went from 65, 50, 70, 95, 80, 65 to a now he has slightly more defenses. He has 75, 80, 90 defenses.
Good for him.
He's still bad.
Hopefully,
but I
maybe
like
he'll
him.
get more.
But looking at his move pool, I mean, he's got Levitate, which is cool. On a Psychic Steel type, that's also good. You've got Heal Pulse, you've got Heal Bell, you got all your Psychic moves. You get Yawn, which is cool, but also it has a pretty respectable TM move pool. Grass Knot, Hyper Voice, Trick Room, Expanding Force, which is sad because you're levitating, so you can't be on the terrain. Ally Switch, which is always fun. Dazzling Gleam. It's got some fairy moves. It's got some stuff. It learns Snarl. I guess it learns all the sound moves. I guess that makes sense.
So it feels like it gives support. Like this is here to help.
Support, I could see slower. I would like it to get slower. And have a good, Trick Room, obviously, guy. And then like just good, sort of a dual role Trick Room attacker guy where you can set the Trick Room, and you can do big damage in it. You might compete a little bit with Hatterene since it actually gets to click Expanding Force, but maybe this is more of a one guy at setup / Trick Room sweeper compared to like the Indeedee Hat pair.
We'll see what tomorrow brings. When this episode comes out, like there'll probably be something crazy that we all really love. I'm really hoping. I've heard rumors of a Golurk. I really want the
Mega
Golurk.
That would be fun.
I've heard rumors of a Mega Golurk at some point.
Why
I really
would they
want
tease
one.
you with these things?
I don't know, man. The universe wants me to suffer. Again, the internet's a wild place. But we'll get to that. We do have more Pokemon to talk about. Out of curiosity, do you guys know how many legendary Pokemon there are off the top of your heads?
Legend, like, are we talking like cover legendary or like?
Legendaries, not including mystics.
Oh, so but like the birds, would they count as they're counting as legendaries?
Yes, the birds count.
Okay, so and then all the Reggies. I'm gonna
Yes.
just ballparking. Let's just say 28.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Um,
say like if we're counting all, I'm gonna say like 35.
According to Bulbapedia, and I have the list, 71 Pokemon are legendary.
What?
Well,
Yes,
okay, if we're counting like the Ultra Beasts and the Paradoxes,
we're not counting the Ultra Beasts, and we aren't counting the paradoxes either.
what about Urshifu?
Urshifu is counted along with Kubfu.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was doing this based off when
Oh,
they banned all the legendaries in the
I
latest
I completely
rule set
forgot
in
that
Scarlet and Violet.
we have the ones of ruin and also the 3 just from the last gen. Like that's 7
Yeah.
right there. All
Yeah,
the
not to mention,
Tapus.
The
yeah, and
Tapus, Urshifu, the horses, the other horses.
Okay, I
Tignol and
buy it. I buy it.
Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah, like there's a lot more than people think of. Even people like us who play this game. Technically, this is a fun. 6.9% of all Pokemon are legendaries.
that's actually a
As
great
for
stat.
that's a funny stat. As for Mystics, it's 23. There are 23 Mystic
You
Pokemon.
mean mythical.
About mythical. Thank you.
I actually
Uh,
changed the script too specifically to reflect that.
there are some pretty big powerhouses. I mean, the whole point of a legendary in most cases is to drive the plot. Either they're a special Pokemon that you need to bring under control before they kill everything, think Kyogre and Groudon, or they're trying to help you, like Zacian and Zamazenta, Miraidon, Koraidon, or they just make for an excellent side quest. So Urshifu, Reggie, Heatran. Pokemon has their legends, they throw them in the story as they needed, or just for neat side quests. But the best way to make a legendary impactful is you give it disgusting stats, abilities, and give it something that just makes it so busted that it's barely should be considered in competitive play. Don, was there ever a legendary that truly stood out as like this ain't right? This can't be allowed again. Aside from like the ones that we know like Urshifu and like the modern day of Pokemon, Urshifu is like the you've changed the meta, please leave. But like
Okay,
have there been any others?
I would say Urshifu is broken in the way that it ignores fundamental mechanics of competitive battling in terms of hitting through protect with everything it does and the always critting moves. But in terms of like true just ridiculous overpoweredness, I would say Mega Rayquaza is one of the more unique cases for a lot of reasons. One, it's a mega of a Pokemon with already incredible stats, infinitely more so post Mega. I think highest BST in the game, maybe tied with Arceus or around there. Yeah, a 780 BST. I mean, you're talking about no stat below 100 and 180 offenses with 115 speed, an ability that turns off flying weaknesses entirely, and just an insane move pool. So, I mean, Mega Rayquaza was so powerful that I know I don't play the singles metagame, but in the Smogon where they have the tiering systems and all that, it was so powerful it was banned from the Ubers tier and put in a separate anything goes tier. I think Mega Rayquaza, in terms of just like sheer utility across the board, is probably maybe the most broken. That or Peak Xerneas with Geomancy was also an extremely dominating force.
I do remember Xerneas being a particular form of problem.
I think across singles and doubles format, it's probably Mega Ray. I think Xerneas is not quite as good in singles, if I understand how it is.
I still remember when Mega Rayquaza was announced because that was the time when I was playing singles. And yeah, the Smogon people, like within like 48 hours, it became apparent of like, nope, not doing any of that. You can't be around anyone. Can't have nice things. And they got to get rid of it. But it does point out to like that's kind of what a legendary is supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like daunting, horrifying monstrosity that you can't stop without like the power of friendship or good training or blah blah blah. But what happens in Pokemon if there aren't children to save the world? Like Like, that seems to be the problem. Like,
That's-
every time. Like, is the government going to step in and stop? No. In one case, the government made it actively worse on purpose. I'm looking at you, Sword and Shield, you idiot. It's infuriating that all the world should have been killed off several times by now if it wasn't for children stepping in to save the day. But before we get into the actual Pokemon that I think would be the most destructive, what are we counting as destroy the world for this? Are we talking end of human civilization, end of all complex life, or just planet going kaboom?
I think it's got to be Panic Going Kaboom.
I don't
I
know.
feel like
Like,
that reduces it a bit and then maybe adds some weird stuff. But I think you could argue like I'd say the destroying world would have to be at least like catastrophic loss of like as in like down to like microbe level loss of life maybe,
I think that
if
might be
not
the
always
play.
destroying the world. But
Yeah.
I think just resetting civilization is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be more than just humans.
Yeah, and I agree with Don on that one because blowing up a planet, despite what Star Wars has told us, is very hard. Like it involves some direct impact there.
Hey,
But
that
it's
Um,
took
still
that took an
insignificant compared to
intergalactic
the power of the
show.
dark side.
Yeah, that was a lot of effort went into that.
Look, in Earth's history, we've gotten close to life dying out more than once. We've had 5 mass extinctions. For those who don't know, there's an actual definition for mass extinction. You basically have to have roughly 75% of all life biodiversity die off within the span of a few million years. I think it's about 3 to 5 million years. And that normally mass extinctions happen over, millions of years, so you wouldn't notice it right away.
Lose you?
But then you had, of course, the meteor that killed the dinosaur. Everyone noticed real quick after that. Yeah, so there are a few on this list. For starters, let's just get the big ones out of the way. Like the ones that are like so big it becomes uninteresting. Yeah, Arceus and his pets. Like it's just
I have to say the Sinnoh in particular to me is when they jumped the shark in terms of like what legendaries are there meant to do, because before that legendaries were very much just like controlling the weather or like part of the world, and this was like, oh no, we make and control everything in existence.
I
And then
mean,
they went from there to like life and death and all that. Like that was when they went like super into super extreme.
Cyrus was trying to create an entirely different universe, which
Yeah.
is a lot for a 27-year-old with depression. Like
He
that
was a
always
rough
blows my
looking
mind.
27. I'm sorry.
He was carrying the weight of a universe on him, an unborn
God,
universe.
blows my mind every time when I say his age out loud. But yeah, no, even if just one of them, like Palkia, if it decided to, could literally move the Earth closer to the sun. Dialga could reset time and just step on Tiktaalik, our ancestor, and kill off humanity. Oh, that'd be cool. Pokemon Tiktaalik? That'd actually be really sick.
And now they're in
Anyway,
control of 10-year-olds.
yeah. Yeah, and then Giratina is just warping reality. All of those guys are pretty much just way too, like, obnoxiously powerful to be fun. I think Necrozma, though, is like the best kind of like terrifying because once you read what it does, it's awful. Do you know how long it takes for light to reach from our sun to the Earth?
Like 8 hours. It's like an 8, right?
8 minutes. It's 8
8 minutes.
minutes.
I like how you
If,
didn't know the unit, but you're like, it's definitely 8.
if
Yeah.
Necrozma went to the sun and just did his thing, you would not know the Earth was dead for 8 minutes. Like that is how long it would take. The sun would go out, and then 8 minutes later, it's just gone. And that's the kind of terror you'd have to deal with this Pokemon. And there's nothing you could do about it. The only reason anyone is alive in Sun and Moon is because Necrozma was hungry specifically for Solgaleo and Lunala before he decided to actually eat the sun. It's not.
Maybe this was like an. I mean, I guess they could burrow down to the hydrothermal vents and
Yeah,
then
but
live like
like,
2 worms.
eventually the detritus is going to stop falling, and then a lot of their food source is gone. But like
Well,
you
no,
said,
2 worms feed off the sulfur from the hotspots.
that's true. So we do just get worms.
Worms
Make
don't
good.
care. Worms do
Nope.
not care about Palkia moving the Earth.
Yeah, no, it's just like, oh, I mean, the worms, all glory to the
Or
worms, I
Necrozma
guess.
eating the sun. Worms are
Yeah,
gonna worm.
once again, it's one of those, man, I'm sure I'm glad this a mainlander moved to the island. Otherwise, we would be cooked.
We'd be definitely screwed.
Yeah. Thanks, random tourist moving to our pristine island environment. You have single-handedly saved the entirety of the universe. But Necrozma is also just disgustingly powerful. The fact that you can put it in a Pokeball is awful. But if we're talking about just quote unquote destroy the world from a humanity perspective, um, our champions Groudon and Kyogre,
Yes.
just beautiful. They do what they're supposed to do.
And they
One
do it
dries
out of
up.
spite.
They do it
Were
out
there
of
any world destroying guys pre Gen 3 that aren't Lantern if you take its Pokédex entry literally?
I
Lantern is a monster.
I
It
think
kills
before that they
everything.
were pretty much just like either weird science experiments or control the weather.
They did mention
Lugia,
Tyranitar. Yeah, also Tyranitar. I think maps had to be redrawn
Yeah, but that's
after
not
it.
destroy the world.
I mean, but how much of the map? What if they just wanted to?
What if they just wrecked everything?
yeah, just
What
like
if they just kept going?
just I did look into that. They're like Machamp could do the same thing with mountains. It punches them and obliterates them. So if you get a Machamp riled up enough, give him too many rare candies and wind him up. The Lugia in Pokemon the second movie, Pokemon the movie 2000, it almost
Great
flooded the
movie.
world. Yeah, phenomenal. But it almost flooded the world. In the Pokedex, it says that it can cause 40-day storms, which is, that's some Noah stuff
It's
right there.
biblical.
Yeah, literally biblical. So Lugia potentially. Oh, that's kind of funny when you think about it, where Lugia has the power to like flood at least chunks of the earth. What's Ho-Oh's thing? If you see him, your wishes come true.
And he makes you happy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Question: how much of a wish? Because I know that's like kind of also Jirachi's thing. I think more so Jirachi, but I mean, there's might not be the rules here for the wish. The wish could
Y-
be a very easily world-ending event.
That's true.
That's true.
If Cyrus gets a hold of Ho-Oh,
Like part of that. I think that's part of what makes shout out to the GameStop Jirachi event. Still have mine, but speaking of like the wish granting, that's kind of the thing with Jirachi is that it's literally any wish.
And then we're lucky
When you
that in
think
the
of
Jirachi.
potential implications of like world destroying ability, it could be like the absolutely instant.
I
If,
would
you know,
I will say, Don, all of Ho-Oh's entries say that it only reveals itself to pure-hearted trainers.
okay, but maybe that's why Jirachi's a problem because it doesn't. It's
Yeah,
it's just asleep and then it wakes up.
Jirachi has no like line, like
Jirachi's
subtle.
signature move is called Doom Desire. Okay, it tells you what it wants.
Jirachi has no standards.
No, it sleeps for 1,000 years, then it wakes up and it's like, oh yeah, blow up the world. Yeah, got it.
And then goes back to sleep.
Yeah, back
Okay,
to
hear me
sleep.
out. Hear me out. It's a pure heart. They didn't say pure good.
That's true. Okay, that's a good point,
It has
Lucas.
to be pure.
Yeah. It just says
Yeah.
pure-hearted.
Bro, you're pure crazy. What do you need, man? What can I get you?
I like you. You want to go get them dogs? Or they're
Oh,
cats,
God.
my bad. They're
No,
beasts.
cat dog, whatever. Yeah, Groudon and Kyogre, they don't need a contract. They just do it for the love of the game. They just wake up hating. They go to bed hating, and they wake up hating the next day or whenever terrorists wake them up. It's lovely that the universe had to basically make Rayquaza to tell them both to shut up and go back.
Which is hilarious because at the time there was no Mega Rayquaza and Kyogre could go woof 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 ding 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 ding. That's
Yeah,
the
the ice beam. Just
That
no, I
knew
got
naturally.
it.
I thought that was a pretty good one, to be honest.
I think it's fine. I got it once you went to the ding 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 ding, like, oh, that's what he's doing. Yeah, but yeah, Groudon, if he's let loose, torches the land, burns off most of the water, and we all die of dehydration. At least with Kyogre, well, no, most ocean life needs the land because it provides nutrients, and that's also where a lot of the salt comes from. Yeah, the worms get to live.
But if all the land is underwater, then wouldn't the salt just be in the water?
Yeah, but wouldn't it like be like too salty at that
There'd
point?
be
Wouldn't the
probably
same?
areas where like the halocline would be too salty, yeah. You know, bull sharks and some eels. All the anadromous homies are stoked.
Yeah. I mean, then you also have Hoopa. which is a weird one because like on its own it can do like it can be greedy and annoying, but then it just like opens a portal and just drags out God. It just like
Yeah.
literally, like wow, bro, that's crazy. Anyway, have you met Giratina? Just reaches in and pulls him out. Oh, you haven't met him? How about another one from another universe reaches in and grabs that? Like the fact that it's just playing with portals makes it horrifying to deal with.
I'd say a lot of the mythicals do have like world-ending abilities, but at the same time, they're not like as direct as most of the big legendaries are. More of I destroy this or I flood this or do whatever. All the mythicals are like, ooh, what sort of little witchery am I gonna do?
They also are more childlike than the legendaries.
Yeah, impish,
Volcanion
I
can
guess would
blow
be a
up
good word.
mountains.
Oh, you say
Yeah,
impish?
Impish, yeah.
Yeah, impish is a better word.
Yeah. I mean, Victini technically said that if it's on your team, you'll never lose.
Yep, it also says it creates infinite energy.
It's not the only one on this list that can, which is awful.
Yes, but it also shares its energy with those who touch it.
Oh, let's go. Do you think they just go Super Saiyan?
Yeah, that's I like to imagine.
So
Yeah,
Victini,
just like-
Victini is perpetual energy.
Yeah.
It's one of two. But if you're going for like straight up world dies, nobody gets out, I feel like Yveltal gets a little crown for itself
Not
because it's not
Yveltal?
okay. Yeah, it's Yveltal. I'm bad at words. Yveltal. Its dex entry says it sucks up life energy of all living things to sustain itself when it's about to die.
Mm.
Well, yeah, that's why Team Flare wanted it because everyone was ugly and they wanted to kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how Y worked, right?
yeah, and then when they
It's kinda like
lost,
everyone was
apparently,
ugly, so we're gonna end the world.
and apparently when they lost, they're like, plan B. Let's sell coffee.
Yeah, I do
Just-
love that in ZA, the little all the little references to
Imagine-
X and Y.
I like my headcanon is that it wasn't that everyone was ugly, it was that there was one ugly person. They were like, gotta start over.
just saw one ugly dude, one Pokemaniac, one
Were there
fan
any?
of that
I'm trying to think of if there were any particular what's it called? Ugly. What's the ugliest Gen 6 Pokemon?
What's this one? The Aromatisse.
Aromatisse?
Aromatisse, yes.
I don't like that it learns Trick Room and is immune to taunt. I guess that does bother me.
Oh no,
That's enough to
Don!
make me-
Don! Quilladin.
Oh yeah,
No.
no, okay, end it.
Quilladin.
End it. I hate that thing.
Oh god, quick, bring in the strongest flying type in the region to kill it. But sir, that's the god of death. Just do it. Just
There's no
brings it up.
time.
There's no time.
There's
It's
no
already
time.
here.
I did do a bit of research on what it would be like to like suck up all life, and I did it as a form of like biomass. So like biomass pops up in conversation and resource management. It just refers to the mass of all living things in a given area. The last estimates of biomass on Earth is that there's 550 billion metric tons of carbon worth of biomass on this planet.
Seems like
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
Honestly, there are icebergs that weigh more. But
Oh.
yeah, it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Like they're giant, massive, like miles and miles of iceberg. But like if you think of all life just packed into a cube and just dropped off, like it's a lot. It's a lot of energy to get this thing moving. But I think it like for just snap fingers, all life dies. I don't think even the worms escape this time because it's literally
No.
targeting them.
Worms also have a life.
Yeah, it's apparently a good life. Just down enjoying the bubbling soup. Who doesn't love bubbling soup? But then we get to the last two, which we have to discuss because Chris, you said you had some words for at least one of these. What are your thoughts on Deoxys killing us all?
I don't remember what my words were for this one.
Darn it, Chris! I set you up.
I know.
I mean,
It's got like 5 defense, throw a bug at it. Just hit it with a bee.
the fact that Deoxys itself didn't try and kill us all. It was the meteor it was inside. So that's the weird part. Now, obviously, we've had a meteor that killed off the dinosaurs. That one was the size of Mount Everest when it smashed into the Earth, so about 6 miles in diameter. Not a world ender, but certainly enough to cause a mass extinction. like this thing from like if you play the game, it didn't seem as big as Mount Everest. Like it was fine, but like I don't
I
know
mean,
if it was in a
how
bigger meteor.
big is Deoxys?
It's like
I
a
don't know.
dude.
Find me a basketball player, please.
He's 5'7", 130 pounds.
Oh God.
He fights at like UFC like
Yeah,
bantamweight
that's a bantamweight.
and like small. That's not even like as
A-
big as they should be.
And
Get him into the ring.
was the asteroid that they were on big, or was it like Deoxys sized?
It was like, okay, so if you see the cutscene in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, the entire form isn't there. It's like a little triangle of a form. So it's big, but it's like not like, Mount Everest big. It's more like an apartment complex big. Like it's not like super huge. It's pretty manageable. But at the same time, if someone had just tucked it into a slightly bigger meteor, it would probably cause a lot more damage. But as far as like extraterrestrial threats go, compared to Eternatus, it's really not much of anything, is it?
Eternatus is a kind of a monster.
It
It's
also
also a
has an
spooky
infinite
space
amount of
monster.
energy, which is awful because it tells you why it has infinite energy, and it's not a good reason. It absorbed the energy of the entire Galar region, which means that it somehow took the energy of a country effectively and turned it into infinite energy.
Point of order. Was it all energy or just Dynamax energy?
It just says energy. Like if you pull it
It was
up,
trying
I'm
to
pulling
save
it.
us from Dynamax, the worst
I'm pretty
mechanic.
sure that Eternatus's thing was absorbing the Dynamax energy, and if that's the case, go nuts.
I
Go
hope it
off,
absorbs all
King.
of it.
You pop off, King. Go take what you want. I mean, look, it says infinite amount of energy pours from this Pokemon's enlarged core. This isn't when it's in Eternamax form.
Mhm.
So, it's even better. The Eternamax entry, as a result of Rose's meddling, Eternatus absorbed all the energy in the Galar region. It now is in a state of power overload. Imagine being so stupid that you are now in the Dex entry as the man who ruined everything.
I mean, I don't even think Cyrus gets that kind of hate.
Yeah, it's not even like thanks to Cyrus's meddling, Palkia has now appeared onto the global plane. We must fight it to survive. Like straight up, Rose, you idiot.
Rose also is on one of the sickest cards.
That is a sick card. Okay, this is the face that Dr. Osborn gave in Spider-Man 2 before his experiment failed. Yeah, yeah, he basically gives off the aura of several different Spider-Man villains. He's
Yes.
not a good dude. He's never supposed to be a good dude.
But he knows his soccer stadiums.
I mean, we kind of mentioned it already. The one Pokemon that just ends all life in the universe is basically just Lantern, right?
Yes. It was like who would win, Lantern or Magcargo, based on the energy they take in. And it was like Magcargo is all the energy of the sun, but Lantern, and it did all the math to figure out that Lantern puts out more energy than the sun. And I was like, great, that was 3 minutes to tell me that a water type beats a rock fire type.
I think Lantern puts out more energy than like the known universe.
They actually
Yeah.
put Lantern, that same video, put Lantern up against like people from different animes, like Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, who can control the concept of infinity. And even then, it was like, no, I think the fish wins.
The fish always wins.
The fish always wins. That's the new slogan for our podcast. The fish always wins. Either that or that's a horse. But I mean, unless you can think of any other one, those are the main ones I thought of that are just like killing all of us. Like the second that 10-year-old decides to take a job up as like a plumber instead of a Pokemon trainer, we all die.
Yeah,
All
I
these
mean, like,
other ones,
Urshifu's just a bear that punches you.
yeah, just
Yeah.
stay off his island. You're fine. Calyrex, stay out of the forest. Don't touch my horse.
Or Carrot.
Wu Chen. Okay, the ruinous powers are like, hey, we put these sticks in the ground, just don't touch them.
They're shiny though.
Yeah, they are shiny. Of course you're gonna touch them. And then like, I don't know. The worst you could say about Koraidon and Miraidon is that they're invasive species, which there's only one of each. So it's not a big problem. And they don't seem to reproduce that easily. So works out just fine. Trying to think if there's any others. I think that kind of covers all the ones that would actually kill us all. I mean, unless you count myths like Regigigas pulling the continents. If he just decided to make Pangea again, that might be troublesome, but
Yeah, if he just got bored.
just got bored. He's like, I want to play with the puzzle again. He just makes new shapes.
Sweet.
And Don, you mentioned it earlier. Reshiram and Zekrom, they can scorch a country, but they don't want to. Like, they
No,
don't
I mean,
care.
I guess Kyurem freezes that town, but that's not really like a huge issue.
Yeah, that's bad, but it's not like kill the world bad. Oh, hang on, where was it? Zekrom had something in here. What was it? Blah 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 blah. Oh, yeah, here's the problem. In Black 2, it says this legendary Pokemon, Zekrom, can scorch the world with lightning. I don't know if that's
fun.
hyperbole. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like Reshiram, let's see. I think it's the same thing, it's just with the word fire. Yeah, right here. This legendary Pokemon can scorch the world with fire. So, I don't know how literal you want to take that. I don't know. How good are they competitively?
Not very. Zekrom is really bad. Reshiram occasionally gets a little bit of use. I do think Terrifire Reshiram because what's it, Turbo Blaze, which is just like Mold Breaker but fancier named. I think it in the sun does get to kill Terapagos through Terra Shell, which is good because I hate Terapagos. Other than that, I can't speak that highly of either. But I like them a lot. I think they're cool and I wish they were better.
I like their concept more than I like their stats. But yeah, no, if we're not worried about them in like competitive, I'm choosing to take this as hyperbole. I'm sure they could scorch a country or two, but I don't know if they're going the full round. But yeah, you guys can think of any other ones that could kill us all? Or did we cover all of them?
I mean, we know there's like random ones. Gardevoir does its black hole thing. We don't know how big of a black hole. Like, what if you're drowning? Does it just make a black hole to eat like the ocean and then it just gets everything? Does it tailor it? Oh, or what if that's what if that's Gardevoir's only solution to protecting its trainer? It's just throwing out like a black hole anytime there's a minor inconvenience to you.
Oh god, that'd be funny. Like literally a bus is coming, but you clearly see it. She's overprotective and eats the bus.
Yeah, you're about to get a paper cut and they just black holes the paper. Like there's just no.
Okay, I know most people don't like this Pokemon. Pecharunt? How many zombies can it make?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, but like, yeah, that's where my thought process is. Like, if you want like a zombie apocalypse, like just keep feeding people these little like peaches. Eventually, you'll just have an unwitting horde of death. That might be something. And then you have, sorry, I laugh at Meloetta's because it's the polar opposite. Like, yeah, I just make music. Aren't I fun? Like, there's nothing evil or twisted in this tiny thing's body.
Yeah,
I think we got them all.
Yeah.
How many nightmares can Darkrai cause?
Until
Not world.
the next generation.
Yeah, I don't know. The next generation would just be like, yeah, this one just consumes only souls, and unlike Chandelure, it cannot contain itself. You must feed it every turn. Like, that's its ability. Every turn, it eats the partner Pokemon of the Devil Battle in order to get stronger. Just does that. I don't know. Either way, it's fun to talk about this sort of stuff. It's nice to do just a what if every now and again, but this is our last episode before Thanksgiving. So I am thankful for everyone who listens to us, thankful for everyone who comes with us to learn and laugh. And I'm thankful for working with two of my best friends to make this fun podcast.
Absolutely.
February is going to be what, 3 years?
Yeah, man.
For the show?
Yeah. It'll be fun. We've got friends going on. We've got meals to cook. So for now, everyone have a wonderful rest of your day or night. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, everybody.